cameras on.
We are live. That's your summer event. Usually rolling in right. Seems to be right. Isn't it?
A few minutes late.
4th of July, basically.
Meeting, I was only 2 days late. I'm sitting here on a Thursday morning going, what is there?
Still making about 9,000 from 60 feet.
Oh, well.
Well, part of that, for me anyway, Mike.
Making a few more.
This thing,
The palms were going in.
you know, it's an Apple machine, and I'm not used to it.
I'm an Android guy too, so I'm getting, this doesn't link with my normal phone, so
Yeah, yeah.
check it every day when I get home and see what's going
Agreed.
on.
I think even some of those.
Let's get this.
Yeah, those weren't all
I'd like to call this meeting of the City of Washington Board of Public Works to order. Roll call, please.
John Vietmeyer,
Here.
Brad Mitchell,
Here.
Mike Ratatek,
Here.
Steve Richardson,
Here.
Mike Coulter,
Here?
Dwayne Reed, Steve Struberg,
Here.
Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thanks everyone for joining us. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes?
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Thank you very much. Priority items. When I looked at this, I thought we had the wrong agenda when it started talking about elevator inspections. But now I know what elevators we're talking about.
Yes, we have two man lifts in the water department, our wastewater department. One is at Walnut Street Lift Station, and the other one is at the old wastewater treatment plant. Every year, we've been getting these inspected. Almost every year, they've passed without any problems. We've had to do a little work to them. But as time has gone on, of course, like everything, everybody changes, and there's now a new director up at Public Safety, and he has put out a memorandum, which I think is in the packet here for you guys, that says we shall be following the maintenance control program, which has been in the regulations for a long time, but it just wasn't followed, so we never had a maintenance program actually in place for either one of these stations. We'd use them, we'd inspect them, if something went wrong, we'd get it fixed, and then just keep on going along. Well, now to get the permit to operate both of these man lifts, we have to now have this maintenance program involved. So that's one of the things that's on this. The other thing is that our Walnut Street lift station is in need of repairs. It's gotten to the point where the Band-Aids that we've been doing over the years has finally caught up with us, and we need to do some major repairs to it. Just to get it ready to be inspected. So with that, I have a proposal to get the work done. Went out for requests for repairs from the only two elevator companies I could find that were willing to work on the man lifts. One is TKE, which used to be ThyssenKrupp. They are the ones that had always worked on our man lifts forever. And as years have gone on, every year, time we do it, the prices just continue to go up and continue to go up and continue to go up. Finally, ironically, I just happened to be following an elevator truck out of town one day, and it was Midwest Elevator, so I gave them a call, and they too can work on these kind of man lifts. So they gave us a quote on doing the repairs to the Walnut Street lift station and the repairs to the treatment plant elevator that needs to be done, and then the reinspection of the Walnut Street lift station to bring it up to code currently. And then we got another inspection due the first of the month for the next year, so we're still behind a year on the Walnut Street one. So.
And the low bid came in from TKE, right?
No, the low bid came in from Midwest. on both of them. I only have one maintenance proposal from Midwest. I'm working with TKE, but it's taken some time for them to come out and actually take a look at the elevator, so they can do their maintenance plan for us and give us a proposal. That I will hold off on taking to council until I get that. So what I'm gonna do is take the first two, the maintenance parts, the repairs that need to be done at Walnut Street and the treatment plant to council, next week. And I'll hold off on the maintenance plan until I get the proposal from TKE, and I will email that to all you guys so you can see what the dollar amount is on that, and then we'll move forward on that one on the 18th. We've got to get the elevators inspected, or the man lifts inspected. So need to move forward with this, but want to bring it to you and let
So
you.
you need an approval on their bid?
Need approval on, yes, on approval on all of Midwest. If we have to change, we'll change the TKE, but I'm very comfortable in the fact that TKE is gonna come in higher than Midwest even on the maintenance proposal side of it. Just from their track record of the cost of doing work with them over the years and how it's gone up, so.
So what are we looking at? You said Midwest was cheaper, but I'm looking at something that says $7,600.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
Well-
at. The other one was
And it's
54.
broken into two pieces, but the one from TKE only has one number.
Well, okay, so the one from, okay, the one from so when you're looking at here is you've got, three total proposals, or two maintenance proposals plus the maintenance program. So if you look at Midwest, they're broke out into a troubleshoot scope of work, which is the top one, and that is for $4,270. And if you look at TKE's, it's kind of hard to follow, but it's just the way they send the stuff to me. It's not a, so if you look at TKE's for the Walnut Street Lift Station, which is the very first page, this is the maintenance proposal, the troubleshooting proposal for $5,477.
Okay,
Okay, and then the second proposal is the repairs for the light switch at the wastewater treatment plant and the other things that need to be done to bring us up to current code. That one from Midwest Elevator is $3,444. And both of these are not to exceed prices from Midwest.
yeah.
And then TKE's is the second proposal, and that proposal is,
I don't see it. That's probably what we're missing, because I don't see
the
it.
one we're missing, because it looks like they're both the same. And I apologize if we got the wrong page in here, because I was sick when we were putting this together, and I was trying to do it from home.
Okay,
How about we expedite this? If you're telling us that the Midwest is the option that we take, you further investigate it, but I'll make the motion that we accept it unless there's a price differential that would not put it in play as you
Okay.
seem to assume.
And I will get the other TKE one and send it to you guys, so you guys can
Sure,
see the numbers.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I
because looking
just-
at this, they're both the same.
just curious the way we were looking at it.
But that's how it is. The Midwest gave me it all in one lump, and TKE wouldn't give me a one lump. They had to send each one separate. So it kind of throws things off a little bit.
So we got a motion to approve the one for Midwest and send it on. Do we have a second?
Second.
But each one, the TKE, their total for their two is greater than 7,600.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Nope. Okay, send it on to council. Thank you.
And also Midwest labor rates are lower than TKE's.
Yeah, it looked like it,
Had to
yeah.
Come in, so that's
Yeah.
the other thing on it, is that their actual per hour rates are lower, so.
Okey doke. Anything else on wastewater?
No, everything else is going pretty good.
Everything's going in the right direction?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold
Water,
on, with the slip, let's go back. I think we got the slip lining done. Carrie and Chad, they got done with slip lining, right? Yes. All right, they got done with slip lining, last week, I think it was, or week before, one or two. So that project, that's done. We will be starting the Mr. Manhole, or the lining of the manholes.
Okay.
Should be starting next week after 4th of July, yeah, next week for that, so. And we'll have that project all completely done, so. On that one.
thank you. Okay, we got some pay requests from Cochrane.
Yes. These are two pay requests for the design of the new ground storage tank out on South Point.
Okay.
Getting paperwork together and stuff like that for that project. So
Staff recommend approval.
staff recommends approval, yes.
Make the motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor of passing these on for payment? Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Send both of these. We got bill for,
And they're both the same price.
and they're both the same price,
they are.
yeah. $3,748, all right. A bargain. When is when's our target date on putting water in that tank?
We're not sure yet, are we, John?
We'll talk about the next agenda item if you want.
Yeah, we'll throw that together.
All right. Okay. ARPA grants. And the man is up.
Yeah, so, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, Sarah and Kevin brought to my attention the option, or the possibility of maybe getting an ARPA grant from the state of Missouri. So the state of Missouri received ARPA grant funds just like the city did. The city received somewhere 2.6, 2.8 million. I do not know the exact number what the state of Missouri received, but they put together an application process to where cities, maybe districts, water districts, those type of things, could apply for funding through the state to upgrade some infrastructure. So basically, there are 4 different programs that we could apply for. One is drinking water infrastructure. There's $125 million available. Stormwater infrastructure, there's $150,000 available. Wastewater infrastructure, $125 million available. And then lead service line inventory, which is $10 million available. So these applications are due on July 14th. Meeting with Kevin, Sarah, Darren, and the mayor, actually, we've identified, we think we're going to go after 4 of these projects. There is no matching funds. You could ask for 100% should you choose. They did say priority would be given if the city was to leverage its own ARPA funds and their operating funds, so the water fund, sewer fund, capital improvement sales tax, whatever that combination of. If we could show that we are leveraging our funds to try to get some of these things to offset some of these costs, we feel like we got a better chance to get these things. So we identified 4 projects. One is partial funding of the South Point groundwater storage tank. That project was going to be funded out of the water fund and capital improvement sales tax, and then recently maybe a little bit of money out of the ARPA, city's ARPA. It's currently in the design phase. It would set that project back a little bit as we wait to get these word if we got these grants. We will not know until October. But again, we talked about that with the groundwater storage tank. We could go out to bid late summer, or we could wait till winter. It's just kind of how the bidding market is and strategy. So I think it's wise to wait and try to get as much money as we possibly can. Next project, partial funding of the South Point sewer extension to the east. I know there was some chatter ongoing for about a year now, but extending sewer from, what is that? There's that church out on the east end of town.
Presbyterian.
Yeah, the Presbyterian Church. From that location to the east, this would extend it to St. John's Road, pretty close to where the school district's property is, the Patke parcel. And that would be part of that. That would be our wastewater infrastructure grant application. Partial funding of sewer upgrades on Front Street to reduce sanitary sewer overflows. So it would replace the existing force main on Front Street that conveys sewage from the west end of town to the Walnut Street lift station. So there's a force main on Front Street that we have ongoing, when we get large rain events that we've always been chasing. That actually, Kevin identified that as a potential project. And once it fit into the stormwater side, reducing sanitary sewer overflows, I was like, this is an obvious. We should apply for that as well. And then partial funding of the development of a lead service line inventory. So DNR last year actually came with a ruling that we have to have what's called the lead service line inventory. So basically it's a plan that we would get into the homes or try to identify maybe who would have lead service lines. We don't know. I mean, we have some general idea of when homes were built and those type of things, but it would generate that plan to have that inventory put in. The good news with that is we can use our GIS program. We have a lot of the foundation set, but that project would get a consultant to basically set the plan up for us. And then we would come up with a plan of potholing and trying to find out who may or may not have lead service lines. So that's that was a mandate by DNR. It's kind of an unfunded mandate. So I think that they tried to offset, now that those ARPA funds became available, we put this unfunded mandate out there, and now you have some money to do it. So I think that's a pretty good project. So funding breakdown. Like I said, meeting with staff and trying to leverage our funds to get some of this. The more money you put locally towards these projects, the better chance we're going to have to get some of this money. So we could ask for all of it. It's just your points, and it's all point system. I don't know how it's scored, but the points would go down. So it's kind of better to ask for as much as you can, but not too much. If that makes some sense.
Sounds like our wives.
So South Point groundwater storage tank, we had construction 2023. We have an application getting ready to go. Council has to approve a resolution at the next council meeting, but we're asking Missouri ARPA for $1 million towards that project. City local match, so our local water fund money and/or capital improvement sales tax would be $500,000. City ARPA fund then would be $500,000. So we're asking for 50%. Seems reasonable. It's a shovel-ready project. I mean, I feel pretty good that we would have a chance of getting that. South Point Sewer Extension, we're asking Missouri ARPA $900,000. City locals $250,000. The reason why we chose $250 is council approved us to use the sewer fund to fund $250,000 of that about a year ago, so I just kept the number the same. And then the city ARPA fund would be $500,000. So 1.65 million. Front Street Force Main construction 2024, Missouri ARPA $850,000, city local $250, city ARPA $150 for $1.25 million. And then the lead service line inventory completion 2023, Missouri ARPA $50,000, city local $25, city ARPA $25 for a total of $100,000. That number's pretty high. I think that we could get. It just depends on how robust you want your program to be. I figured we could get a lot of things done for $100,000 on this inventory. So basically what that means is that we would be utilizing, let me see here, about 1.175 million of our city ARPA funds that we already have in our bank account. And again, I think there's about 2 million left, so we'd be using the bulk of it, but that's what it's there for. And then we would leverage the water fund, sewer fund, and capital improvement sales tax as part of that as well. So you're not taking such a hit on your own operating expenses to get these things done to offset it with Missouri ARPA. I don't know, like I said, October is when I don't even know how many communities are aware of these. I'm not sure, it's an opportunity, and I think it's worth us putting these applications together. We have everything, staff already has everything ready to go. Doesn't cost us anything to apply, so, and I'm gonna ask council to approve a resolution at the next meeting.
So do you need anything from us?
Yeah, I think really need from you just, maybe a vote to. An endorsement.
So moved.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
Second.
we endorse. Any other discussion on?
John, how
any other
long
comment?
would it delay the water tower project, approximately?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How long would it delay, you said it would delay the water tower
Oh,
project?
well, I mean,
Just months?
Well, if you're gonna wait till October, because you're gonna wanna know if your grant comes
Yeah.
in. So October, money starts flowing in November, construction, I mean, you're probably looking at spring, summer next year.
Okay.
It delays it by 6
Yeah.
months. But I mean, it's the right thing to do. It's an obvious delay, I think, and plus, who knows, I mean, maybe construction, I mean, I doubt it, but construction may get a little less volatile.
Right,
It's
okay.
about as volatile as it gets right now.
In any event, it does make sense to wait and apply.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing on there is that urgent.
And I just want to thank Sarah and Kevin for, like I said, bringing this to our attention
I
and
was just gonna
mobilizing.
say that, so
Yeah,
I just
sorry.
want to go ahead, that's
Yeah.
all right. Commend staff for, we have had, this is probably the craziest I've ever seen in public service of just having all of a sudden, month by month, we figure out there's some new funding opportunity for us to go ahead and redirect, reshift our focus, try to see how we can go ahead and leverage this the best that we possibly can. But Sarah, Kevin, John, started putting this together real quickly. Thankfully, we had these projects already in the works, which I think will help us go ahead and be putting together good applications for them to go ahead and hopefully we get some money out of this and all of it will be beneficial. And I definitely think it's worth the wait to go ahead, especially when you're talking $1 million on a water tank. So anyway, just kudos to them, so.
Good, all right.
More kudos to Sarah. She's actually the one that really got the ball rolling. Sarah used to be a grant writer for a school district previously.
On the side, I did that.
Yeah, so she brought that with her to us, and she actually said, "Can I do this?" And I said, "You want to do it?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "Go for it." So, yeah. So really, it's Sarah that really needs to get the most kudos for getting it all started. So.
Well, and the beauty of this too is you have staff and you fund that staff with the tools necessary. So your GIS, your CAD program, those type of things, where we can actually somewhat design these projects up front without utilizing outside firms to do it, which I know we don't really talk about that too much, but I mean, that's rare that cities design their own roadway projects, sanitary sewer extensions, those type of things. That is a very, very unique thing. So we can mobilize really, really quick when these things come up. Other communities, for example, maybe would be putting something like this together. They'll have to get a contract with the design firm, get on their schedule, and put these documents together. Well, we can crank them out in the morning. So just be aware of that. Those are huge benefits to the city in the whole. So.
Great,
Thanks,
All right. Thank you all.
good news, yeah. Anything from you guys on that? We're good? All right, so we will get in the minutes and let the council know that we're endorsing this so that they can get that resolution going. Okay. What's left? Any old business?
No.
Anything out there that's unfinished that we haven't talked about for a couple of months? I don't know. I don't want to
We don't want
dig too deep. No.
Other than John was reelected to his seat for another term
Yeah.
while he was gone.
Long time. Don't miss again.
Yeah, well, I heard if you miss 3 in a row, you're out, so I wanted to make sure I was here today.
That could happen for me next summer.
Okay, any other business? Any comments from anybody?
I will not be here next month.
You won't be here next month, okay. I will, July, yeah, I'll be back next month too, so
And I won't be here in August.
we're good. All right. Next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, July 26th. Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all.
There you go.
Fight the little kids today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Sweet.
I got 80 kids out there, junior golf, which is great.
But man, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I got a sign.
Be a busy
I
pool
have a
day.
pen.
So get somebody over there.
Yeah, I'll go.
I guess they've already.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I'll find out what's going on. Like I said, I've been kind of out of the loop for a little
But I
bit,
mean,
so.
there's, I know the damn good the shocker.
Don't work too hard today, Brad.
Hope you feel better.
Oh, I will.
I won't. I won't.